So, Ravi, as a person from technology who has always studied technological advancements going on, and as a person who's working in sustainability, how do you draw a correlation between these two entirely seemingly different fields?
No, very good question, Anviksha. So definitely technology has a very good role to play. I mean, I think in every field technology can play a very good role. And at sustainability, I believe that it has very huge role to play because of there is lot of uncertainties among companies, among people, and also lack of expertise as well, right? So technology can enable these companies to adopt these sustainability compliances more quickly.
I want to understand that when it comes to businesses, so we understand that mostly people we hear around us that somebody is adopting a sustainable lifestyle. But I want to understand how much of a role do businesses and industries have to play when it comes to having our future greener and more sustainable.
So definitely, I mean, if planet has to become greener again and maybe more inhabitable for human beings, corporates or big businesses have to come forward and start reducing their carbon footprint, right? Because of these are like hard to abate sectors, utilities companies, oil and gas, steel, cement, all those things. These are creating a lot of greenhouse gases in the environment. Unless these businesses come forward and start reducing their carbon footprint, I mean, it will not become habitable for human beings in future.
I think you're very right. And I also think that sustainability nowadays has become sort of this buzzword that everybody's talking about. But there is still a very fair share of uncertainty and confusion, especially among corporates, especially among big industries, because they're not able to understand maybe where to start from or what steps do they need to take or whether they need to have some kind of an in-house team which will guide them towards a more sustainable path or have them incorporate sustainability into their core operations. What would you say the biggest resistances when it comes to businesses adopting sustainability?
So it's not entirely a fault of businesses. I mean, this sustainability has come to prominence since maybe in last 3-4 years, and people don't have expertise how to measure their carbon footprint, and also compliances are keep changing. So if they learn something that how do I report my carbon footprint or ESG landscape, there is lack of expertise as well. So they don't know, I mean, from where to start. So that's why there is a lot of resistance. I mean, why we need to do it? I mean, is it really impacting the planet or not? So it's only about lack of expertise. I mean, nothing more than that, I believe.
Right. So let's say if I am a business and if I have my core operations in multiple geographical sectors, in multiple different business units, and if I want to get started on this bandwagon of sustainability, where do I start? Because if I don't have a dedicated sustainability team, if I don't have a dedicated slash ESG team, how do I, as a person who has zero understanding of sustainability other than a basic definition, where do I start from?
So first of all, I mean, if let's say some company or some organization has to, I mean, they want to start their sustainability journey, they have to be very determined that, okay, I mean, I need to do it. I mean, we need to do it, right? And there are platforms, I mean, who help you in measuring your carbon footprint and also helping you with your compliances as well. And at Sprih also, I mean, we don't talk in terms of greenhouse gas emissions, or we don't talk about in very technical languages. I mean, we only talk in terms of your own language. What is your consumption in terms of electricity, fossil fuel, maybe business travel, what kind of things you are purchasing, right? You need to tell only in your language in our platform, and platform will guide you. What is your scope 1, scope 2, scope 3 emissions? Who are your top contributor in terms of supplier? And platform also helps in filling you all the compliance reported, like be it BRSR, GRI, CDP, all those kind of reporting framework. So with all the AI capabilities, platform assist in a way that you don't need any expertise in-house.
You mentioned compliance. So that I understand is a big driving factor for companies to adopt sustainability. But let's say I don't want to stick to just that. Let's say I don't just want to stick to reporting different frameworks. I want to go above and beyond and make sure that I'm able to offset my emissions as soon as possible. Would technology or could technology play a role in helping me draw that outline or guide me through how I can do that or suggest steps, that I would personally would think could come from, say, if I go for any person who can help me understand how to take up this approach. But if I don't want to go to any one person, I want to understand it through, if I'm taking up a sustainability platform, do you think that is something that the platform can help me with?
Definitely. So, if you look at it, in last few years, there are like global companies or countries, they have taken very good initiatives to start reducing their carbon footprint, right? And lot has to be done by other companies as well. So for example, given one company, they don't have expertise and they want to really make an impact, right? So platform can bring all the data around the world related to sustainability, what a particular country is doing, what a particular company is doing in so and so sector, what kind of initiative they have taken, what kind of investment they have made, and whether they have really made an impact or not. So rather than you starting from zero and learning through maybe failure, data is available so that you can start your journey, what people have already done, and you can start making impact.
From a very business profit point of view, if I as a business want to understand what are my takeaways, what is my reward for taking up a more sustainable approach, because there is a notion, and it might be true or not true, I'm not sure, but there is a notion that goes around that sustainability is expensive. Adopting sustainability becomes expensive. If I am actually going ahead and doing it, what is it that I am getting out of, as purely from, is it from profits point of view?
So I don't think sustainability is expensive. Definitely sustainability require some sort of investment to begin with, and you start getting ROI later down the line. So for example, let's say, very simple example, let's say if you invest in solar power or wind power, initially it will require huge investment, but later down the line, you don't have to pay for electricity because you are generating your own green energy, right? And there are other benefits as well. For example, let's say if you are making certain things and you are using a lot of recycled material, they will reduce cost down the line for your whatever product you are making. So eventually you will benefit, and also it puts you ahead of your competitor as well. Your brand perception builds up that these guys are doing sustainable. So in a sense, you are getting all those benefits out of it.